Let's start with the obvious. Discussions about race can be challenging and uncomfortable for a lot of people. This discomfort is understandable, but it's important to differentiate between discussions that are racial and those that are racist. The videos I post sometimes tackle racial themes, not racist ones. Misunderstanding this distinction can lead to unproductive name-calling, which is disheartening. The thing is, I believe in equality. I believe all people are equal. Doesn't matter what color your skin is, doesn't matter your gender, your sexual orientation. I believe all people are equal. But this is where some people get it messed up. Equal means you get all the same advantages, but it also means you suffer all of the same setbacks. With that in mind, I make fun of everybody equally, the key word being fun, because there is no hate in my words. There's no hate in my heart. I don't hate anyone, but I do like to make fun of everyone. So let's get into today's video. Today I want to talk about the Falcon Brave New World. From what I heard about early test screenings, this was anything but a superhero movie. It was a film that focused on deeper and more complex themes surrounding all of those systemic systems that we're all so tired of hearing about. That stuff is never going to resonate with the mainstream MCU fans. Superhero movies should be a form of escapism. It should provide a break from the real world. When we watch a superhero movie, we should feel like we're part of an exciting adventure. The focus should be on heroes, villains, and their battles, not on social or political issues. No one wants to go to the movies and be lectured about race relations or the historical injustices against black people in America. We just want to be entertained. And speaking of injustice, there was a character named Sabra in this movie. In the comics, Sabra works for Israel's Secret Service, and that's how they had her in the movie at first, but then they reworked her character. Now she's no longer associated with Israel's Secret Service. Instead, she works for the US government as a high-ranking official and a former Black Widow agent. So I'm a little confused. The people in charge of the MCU always say that they're so concerned about diversity, so why do they feel the need to rebrand a Jewish character? Are they for diversity or not? As I've mentioned before, when Hollywood says diversity, they only really mean one thing. And it's not diversity.
Racist.
To me, this change raises questions about what diversity really means in the MCU. I also heard they cut some wrestler dude for Giancarlo Esposito. I'm not a wrestling fan, so no big deal to me, but Giancarlo Esposito is probably the most overused actor next to Pedro Pascal. Seems like he's in everything these days. I loved him in Breaking Bad as Gus Fring, but since then he's just been playing the same character over and over again, like in The Mandalorian or The Boys. He's a talented actor, but he's in danger of becoming a caricature of himself. I saw Isaiah Bradley in this trailer. I was super disappointed to see that. I think the character himself is divisive. My thoughts on that character are summed up in my last video. Go check it out. And then there's the Red Hulk. I'm super excited for the Red Hulk, but there are rumors that the Red Hulk will only be in there for about 5 minutes. If that's true, it's pretty disappointing. The Red Hulk is such a cool character, and he should have a lot more screen time. It would have been cool to see a showdown between the Hulk and Red Hulk, but Mark Ruffalo single-handedly made the Hulk so weak that a matchup between those two would be incredibly one-sided and painfully disappointing. I will be buying that Red Hulk popcorn bucket, though. This thing looks awesome, and I'll definitely be getting one. It'll look cool with the rest of my Red Hulk stuff. And then there's Anthony Mackie. I'm sure you've all seen the clip now. I don't feel like looking for it, but what he said was,
Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term America should be one of those representations.
He also said that Captain America is
a man who keeps his word, who has honor, integrity, and dignity, someone who is trustworthy and dependable.
It sounded an awful lot like he was saying that Captain America shouldn't be linked with America itself. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I see all people as equal. So when you build a wall and point out the differences between people, it's upsetting. Like I keep pointing out, we all used to see the Falcon as a superhero until the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. Now, because of the nonstop racial stuff throughout that entire series, we can't help but see the Falcon as a black man first and a superhero second. It's unfortunate. And now after this little speech, Anthony Mackie pretty much cemented that perception with his comments. It's apparent that Anthony Mackie sees himself as a black man first and an American second. It really is sad. It doesn't have to be that way. But here we are. I just can't relate to that kind of thinking at all. In spite of the very extremely weak and very accusatory comments in my comments section on these videos, I just don't see the world that way. But in spite of all the criticisms, I really am looking forward to seeing Captain America 4. The Falcon has always been one of my favorite characters, going way back before the MCU was a thing to when I was a kid reading the comic books. By the way, I really wish they had used this costume. Even if it was in a throwaway gag like when Wanda wore the comic version of the Scarlet Witch costume in WandaVision, I still think it would have been cool to see. But maybe it's not too late. Maybe he'll show up in this costume in the movie. And while my expectations are low, my hopes are high that this will be a fun movie. I'm hoping for a film free from lectures and race-related issues, focusing instead on the thrilling action, intense fight scenes, and spectacular explosions. I hope it captures all the elements that made the MCU films in phases 1, 2, and 3 so enjoyable for everyone. I see a lot of people posting reviews online already. I'm avoiding all of that. I'm actually going to see the movie on Friday, and I'm really hoping for a throwback to the good old days of the MCU. I want to come out of that theater rethinking every video I posted on the subject. I want it to be so good that I come back here and I make an apology video. Wouldn't that be something? Anyway, that's it. What do you think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I a
racist?
Tell me all the reasons I'm an idiot in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, click notifications, and I will see you next time.